Hello guys, so welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be discussing a very important topic, which is the systolic and the diastolic pressure, and what is actually the difference between systolic pressure and diastolic pressure, and a basic comparison, a quick comparison between systolic pressure and diastolic pressure, which are easy to understand. Basically, systolic pressure and diastolic pressure are the numbers which control your entire heart. Basically, these are your blood pressures. Basically, the blood pressure you measure normally are your systolic and the diastolic pressures, right? So basically, these are the numbers which control your heart. Basically, systolic is the upper or the first number you see on your blood pressure reading. For example, 120 by 80 is your normal blood pressure range in your body, which should be maintained. So basically, if I say 120 by 80, 120 is the first number and the higher number, so that is called the systolic pressure, and diastolic pressure is the bottom or the lower number. This 80 is the lower number or the bottom number, which is actually considered as the diastolic pressure, right? So systolic pressure is the upper or the first number, and it's also considered as the maximum value, and diastolic pressure is the bottom or the lower number, which is considered as the minimum value, right? So if I consider 130 by 85 millimeter per HD, 130 since is the first and the upper number and the maximum number, it will be considered as the systolic pressure, and 85 is the lower number, minimum value, the lower number, the bottom number, which is called the diastolic, right? So I hope now you will never forget what actually your blood pressure readings tell you, right? They tell you your systolic pressures and your diastolic pressures. Now, what is actually the difference between the systolic pressure and the diastolic pressure? What is actually their basic definition, right? Systolic pressure is the pressure blood is pushing, exerting on your arteries during heart contraction, and diastolic pressure is when the pressure of blood, the blood is pushing, exerting on your arteries when your heart is relaxing. So systolic pressure is when your heart is contracting, and the pressure the blood is pushing on the artery is called the systolic pressure, and during heart relaxation, diastolic pressures, heart is relaxing, the pressure that is exerting on your arteries during heart relaxation is called the diastolic pressure. Now, what happens during systolic pressure and when does it happen? When your heart is actively squeezing during ventricular contraction, right? It is squeezing and pumping the blood to the entire body. It is called the systolic pressure, and that's why it is considered as the maximum value. Since the pressures are very high, it has to pump the blood to the entire body, due to which it is called the systolic pressure or the maximum value. The value is maximum, right? Whereas in diastolic pressure, ventricular relaxation is taking place. Ventriculars are just relaxing and refilling with the blood, right? Due to which the pressures are low, and the values we get in our blood pressure readings are also low. Diastolic pressures are always low because the heart is relaxing, ventriculars are relaxing and refilling with the blood, right? Now, isolated systolic hypertension and isolated diastolic hypertension are the two important terminologies which you should know, right? Then, the systolic values, for example, this value is higher and the diastolic values are relatively low. It is considered as the isolated systolic hypertension. What is hypertension? When the blood pressures are high, right? The blood pressure is very, very high, above the normal range, is called hypertension. So systolic values are usually high and diastolic values are usually low. It is called isolated systolic hypertension, and it is usually occurring in older adults above the age of 50 and 55, right? Whereas isolated diastolic hypertension is when the diastolic values are higher than 80 and systolic values are relatively within the normal range. It is called the isolated diastolic hypertension, and this occurs under the age of 55, right? It occurs under the age of 55, which due to which it is called the isolated diastolic hypertension. Normally, isolated systolic hypertension is caused due to stiffening of artery, because your arteries over the age, and when you get older, the arteries get stiff. They are not elastic. When they are not elastic, they are unable to expand. They become stiff. They become hard, due to which the pressures will increase, right? And isolated diastolic hypertension is caused due to obesity, lifestyle changes, smoking, and high triglyceride values can cause isolated diastolic hypertension. Now, the last two things we will discuss, and then we will end this video. Isolated systolic hypertension is, we have done that. Systolic pressure depends on stroke volume, arterial elasticity, and peripheral resistance, right? Now, stroke volume, what happens during stroke volume? When there will be increase in blood, there will be more pressures, right? Hence, the pressures will increase. The more the stroke volume, the more the pressures will increase. Arterial elasticity. If arteries will be elastic, will be able to withstand higher pressures, the pressures will decrease. And if arteries is not elastic, the pressures inside the arteries will increase, right? So if they are elastic, the pressures will decrease, and if they are not elastic, the pressures will increase. And peripheral resistance, the veins, the arteries have the capability to constrict, to relax, right, to expand, right? So they will constricted. What will happen? The pressure will increase, and if they will expand or relax, the pressure will decrease, right? Again, diastolic pressure, arterial stiffness. If the arteries will be stiff, the pressure will be high, and if the arteries will not be stiff and elastic, the pressure will be low. Vascular tone, again, expanding, relaxation, and peripheral resistance is the same thing. Right now, which one is more dangerous? So we consider that systolic pressure is more dangerous because it causes heart attack and stroke chances, right? Due to which systolic pressure should be maintained, because they cause heart attacks and strokes and all of those conditions.